What's up, guys? Welcome to Awkward Situations, a series where I talk about things that you all put in the comments section and anything else that is on my mind. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. If you're watching the gameplay in the background, it is some Infinite Warfare multiplayer beta gameplay. And I know that having Infinite Warfare gameplay in your videos raises the dislikes by about 12%. I haven't done a full statistical analysis yet, but I wanted to put it in the video anyway because I did enjoy my time on the Infinite Warfare beta. And the rest of the winter will probably be mostly Modern Warfare Remastered and Battlefield 1 videos, so I had to try out Infinite Warfare, and to be honest with you, unpopular opinion, I didn't totally hate it. You have to embrace the ridiculousness of that game, the total and complete goofiness of what you're doing. You're fighting in outer fucking space in most of these maps, and there's a gun where if you shoot someone, they just evaporate. You're wearing special suits. I mean, how much longer are they going to have to explain the movement system? What are they going to have, a World War II game where it's like, by the way, we invented these steam engines you can put on your back and you can fly, so that's how we can play Uplink in 1946. I don't know why I was talking like a farmer. A farmer would know nothing about the advanced movement system in Call of Duty, and I'm sorry to any farmers out there who are offended. I come from a family of farmers, and that's how a lot of them talk. But this is Infinite Warfare. If you don't want to watch it, just put the video in another tab, whatever. It was fun and I enjoyed it. And I don't know if I'll play it this fall, but that's the gameplay. Let's get into the awkward situation right now. So this says, hello, Mr. Body, and if you guys are addressing me in the comments, I would prefer just Joel or nobody, but hello, Mr. Body is a new one. I'm fine with it. I just wanted to say that. My girlfriend and I are both 21, now engaged, but when we were 18, we were not together. I used to Snapchat her younger cousin, we'll call her Sharon, a lot, and we were very good friends. We did send each other explicit content a lot, but I broke it off when my fiance and I got together. So I guess you guys were very, very good friends. My fiance knows that me and Sharon used to talk a lot, but not about the Snapchat stuff, and I wanted to know if I should tell her now before we get married to save it coming up later on in life if someone gets a little too drunk at a family get-together or something like that, or if I should just keep it a secret. Thanks in advance. So this is an interesting situation. You're about to make a lifelong commitment to someone, a theoretical lifelong commitment to someone, and you want to have as much out in the open as possible before you do that, so you don't get into this commitment and then you can try to avoid those rough patches that you will inevitably run into. But if you can avoid them beforehand, that's the best thing possible. I've been married to my wife for over a year now, and if at this point in our relationship she were to tell me, you know what, Joel, I have to be honest with you, I'm a Nazi sympathizer. I have been reading a lot of Nazi texts lately, and it makes a lot of sense to me, and I want to be a Nazi. I would be very upset. This has nothing to do with your situation at all. I don't know why I brought that up. It's just to reiterate the fact that you want to get as much out of the way as possible to, like I said, avoid these rough patches. So I'm advocating for you to tell her about this in order to, like you said, avoid this at a potentially intoxicated family get-together or whatever the situation would be. But you have to do it in the right way. This isn't something that you mention to a person when you're at Little Caesars waiting for your hot and ready to be ready, and it should already be ready if it's a hot and ready. So if you have to wait, I apologize on behalf of the Little Caesars Corporation. I don't know what I'm talking about. But you don't want to just mention this to her in passing. You have to sit her down, or if she's already sitting down, you should turn to her and say, we need to talk, which honestly is the worst thing to say in a relationship. Maybe you shouldn't say that. I hate when someone says that to me that I care about. Like if my wife says, we need to talk, I instantly start thinking about everything I did wrong. I'm like, when I was 7 years old, I accidentally kicked my cat. When I was 9 years old, I threw a baseball through a window. Just all these things that she wouldn't even know about. I'm thinking, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? And it is the worst 3 seconds of my life before she explains what we need to talk about. Definitely don't do this. Don't send her a text when she's at work that says, we need to talk. I've had that sent to me before, and I'm on my lunch break, and the rest of my workday is ruined, and then I get home, and it's something that is inconsequential, and it's like, oh my God, thank you so much. But yeah, so just when you're watching TV together, maybe say, hey, I wanted to mention something to you. We're getting married. I'm really committed to you, and this shouldn't be an issue. If it is an issue, I mean, really think about how you want to say it, and think about how you would say it to yourself if the situation was reversed in a way that wouldn't upset you. If she does get upset by that, I think that's kind of a bad sign. No, it's not a bad sign because I don't know, it's all contextual. I don't know the details on your relationship, but you just shouldn't be worried about what your partner did before you were in a relationship with them, unless it is something along the lines of murder or other illegal activities. There's certain things that could be questionable, but that seems pretty innocent to me. You guys weren't together at the time. This was your good friend. I mean, who doesn't send pictures of their dicks to their friends? I do. I mean, I'm not saying you did that, but explicit content, I just automatically assume there was some nudity involved. So I don't think it's a big deal. Definitely talk to her about it, but just really think about how you want to say it before you say it. Snapchat is something I don't think I will ever use because I don't have a very interesting day-to-day life. A lot of sitting in front of the computer. Maybe I would snap myself brushing my teeth with a caption that says dental hygiene is important, but that would be very hypocritical because I haven't been to the dentist in a while. Maybe I would snap myself looking through Netflix with a caption that says any good movies on Netflix. It would just be incredibly boring. My younger brother and sister use Snapchat. And I mean, if I was this guy, I would definitely use Snapchat. You got people sending explicit content to you. Your Snapchat is lit. You are doing exciting things on the snaps. So that would be very fun. This is a weird age for dating, right? Tinder, Grindr. Are there any other enders? I think it's Tinder, Grindr. Bumble is the one where the girls can only talk to you first. Very interesting concept. The founder of Bumble actually used to work at Tinder. I read a whole article about this, and she was one of the only females on the board at Tinder, and she thought that Tinder was too sexist, skewing towards males, and she was the only female on the all-male board, if you can imagine that. So she went off and founded Bumble, where the girls have to talk to the guys first, and it's a little more of a, I don't know, an interesting proposition, a safer proposition for girls. I'm not going to argue for one or the other, but it's just interesting to see people meet other people on these dating apps, and I completely missed out on that. My wife and I say that would be a trip to go back in time and use these apps, and you just swipe through people. A lot of relationships are started and a lot of STD tests are scheduled due to these apps. It's interesting times. I don't know how I'm going to talk to my children about dating. At what age will it be appropriate to talk to my daughter and say, listen here, you're not going to be sitting your ass on that sink in the bathroom and sending pictures of yourself to guys anytime soon, missy, or else you're grounded. Is 13? Man, that seems so young, but 13 might be the age where you have to think about this kind of stuff. Everyone's going to have phones. By then, when's it going to be? So if I plan on having kids in the next 2 years, so it would be like the early 2040s, everyone's going to have holograms that pop out of their wrist, and the kids are going to be able to tap their wrist, and a hologram of a nude woman is going to pop up out of the wrist, and they're going to show their friends and be like, oh, sick, dude, nudie hollow. And it's, I don't know, the 2040s are going to be weird, but it's just difficult to navigate this modern age of social technology and dating. It's cool that you're engaged, and I think that your future wife will be able to understand this. I hope, at least. Like I said, you want to get everything out in the open, and that's advice for all of you guys. Get everything out in the open, all of you guys and girls watching this video. Get everything out in the open before you really fully commit to a relationship, because you don't want it to come back and haunt you. We live in an age where there is a digital paper trail for everything. Your words can come back to haunt you. I don't watch any of my old videos because I don't want to know what I said. I have a terrible memory, and it is such a virtue because I forget everything and nothing happened. All I'm looking forward to is the future. I will remember stuff that my kids did. I'll be sure to write things down and or take a lot of pictures and videos, but my terrible memory is great for YouTube. I'm kind of just rambling here at the end of the video, but I would definitely like to research all of the apps that you can use to find other people for casual encounters or relationships, what have you. Is there one where you're a younger person and you're searching for older people? See, if you're a younger woman and searching for an older male, that's usually a financial transaction. I believe that's called a sugar daddy and or a sugar baby. But then there's the guys looking for the older women. That's usually just a cougar situation. You know, a woman who is in control of herself and her life, and she's looking for a younger man. And that's cool too. If someone hasn't started that app, you're free to have that idea. That's a freebie. The next one you guys will have to pay for. So thank you guys for watching this video. I'm going to try to do awkward situations about once a week. I don't want to do it twice a week. I feel like it'll get stale, but once a week seems about right. try to think of things that I can podcast about. I would love to do a podcast, but there's just so many things I'm interested in. I don't know how I could narrow it down. Maybe I shouldn't try to narrow it down. Maybe I should just talk about sports one week and politics the next week. But I would have experts helping me with these topics. I want to interview people and talk to people that are actually knowledgeable, because I don't think I know everything, and it's much easier to have a conversation than it is to have a monologue with a microphone like I'm doing right now, riffing about a bunch of nonsense. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this Awkward Situations video. Leave your comments below. I like interacting with the comments and reading your comments, seeing what you guys are up to. Someone said that they wanted an email address for Awkward Situations instead of just me having to look through the comments, and I don't know how I feel about that, because the situations would be super long and I'd have to read all the emails, and there's ways I can search for keywords in the comments, and I don't know. But maybe in the future, if this keeps going like it used to and I'm enjoying it like I am right now, we'll see. I'm sorry for the long-winded outro. Goodbye.